this evening doing a night crossing across the Gulf Stream. Definitely woke up with a huge knot in my stomach, very nervous, didn't sleep very well, had some really weird dreams, and still have lots of stuff I have to get done. The boat's pretty loaded up. You can see the gas cans, some water behind me. I'm sitting on deck on top of the dinghy, which is deflated. The weather's really nice. It's pretty calm, hot. Water's supposed to be kind of choppy, some waves left over from some weather last week. Hopefully not too bad, but we'll see. So it's getting really close to time to head out, leave Florida, and head for the Bahamas. And today I am meeting with Captain Art. He is an awesome captain. He's moved the boat for me before and has taken me out sailing, and he sailed around the world in a wooden boat by himself, I think a 32-footer. Knows all about the Bahamas, and so he's gonna give me some tips and then do the crossing across the Gulf Stream, get barefoot adventures into the Bahamas, and give me some information about his favorite places to stop, what ports of call to visit, where to anchor, and how to get into a new country, pay customs officials, etc. So meeting with him here in a couple minutes, and we'll keep you posted on the details of the trip.
Okay, you got it all? Okay. North 26 degrees, 55.25 minutes. And west 079 degrees, 06.3 minutes. Okay, you got it.
Art and I spent a couple of hours talking about waypoints and routes for me to plot. We went over safety, provisioning, and basically what to expect. He also reminded me that I needed fishing gear, so I was off to Bass Pro. I'm at Bass Pro Shop in Orlando, trying to figure out everything that I need to get started fishing. I'm not a fisherwoman, but will be in charge of finding fish for food and dinner on the boat. There's so much stuff here. It's all behind me. Took a lot of pictures. The most fun part is kind of feeling the little jelly baits. I don't even know what they're called. It looks like I can get by with about $500 worth of stuff for trolling off the back of my boat. So we'll see if I can make it happen, remember everything the guy told me, and find it all for hopefully even cheaper. These big mega stores can be pretty overwhelming with so much choice, especially when I really have no idea what I'm doing. I ended up getting some really great used gear, so I actually managed to come in under budget on this one. After that, Captain Ray at the marina was nice enough to try to teach me some net fishing, even though I kept coming up empty. Not very deadliest catch. Alright, so this morning's project is a little fiberglassing. I think I mentioned before that my old Zodiac, or inflatable boat that goes in the back of my boat, you can see it back there, tender as sailors call it, had a little bit of a tear along a seam, and it turns out it would cost about $600 to get it repaired. So instead of doing that, I ended up getting a new old one right behind me for about $400. But it still has some cracks and some little things that need to be fixed. So today I am going to do some work on that. So I'll show you what we got. It was a messy job, but after cleaning the old fiberglass, prepping, filling, adding the new resin and cloth layer, and sanding, the old dinghy was watertight again. It's a good thing because I think I'll be making lots of use of this. Alright, it's 4 o'clock, October 5th. Spent the whole day prepping the boat for upcoming, or soon to be here, Hurricane Matthew. Not really sure where it's going to hit, but definitely expect lots of rain and wind here in Florida. So the boat's right behind me, outboards on the back, tied down the bimini, the dodgers inside. All the lines are tied. I think I've got about 17, not really, maybe 10 lines, different crisscross configurations to make sure that the boat can rise with the surge, go back down with the tide, and nothing gets destroyed or pulled or smashed. It's hot. You can see some clouds behind me. Do a little sweeping turn. The marina was pretty busy today. A ton of people were here getting their boats ready. People were working on the houses behind me, getting the windows all boarded up, making sure everything is ready for the storm. But now it's kind of eerily quiet. The fish are jumping a bunch, so they know something's up. My plan is to leave now around 4 before the rain hits, head up to Orlando and wait out the storm up there, and maybe if I'm lucky get a day at Disney. I didn't manage to beat the rain, and it was a slow drive inland as there were now mandatory evacuations for the hurricane. I made it to Orlando where the weather wasn't too bad yet, and spent most of the next day in Disney World, and pretty much had the park to myself, which was awesome, right up until they closed early for what apparently was only the 4th time in the park's history. After that, it was just watching the storm wash over Orlando and wait it out. First time back at the boat after Hurricane Matthew. Got a call from the dock master that there's a little bit of scratches on the side of the boat, but hopefully that's the worst. So let's see what it looks like. Alright, so far so good. We lost one line. That black line seemed to have snapped. This post was standing up pretty straight, but as you can see, pretty rotted and gross anyway, so probably time to go. And that barely scratched the side of the boat, nothing too dangerous or bad. Luckily we had like a million lines secured on there. After that, it was crunch time. I had a bunch of projects to finish before I could set sail. I liked the teal color I painted the salon so much that I painted the forward berth the same happy color. I had to finish lettering the boat with the new name change. I attempted to install a refurbished wind generator. That wiring project definitely tested my childhood claustrophobia. I painted the anchor chain red every 10 feet so that I'll know how much anchor I'm putting out. Tested the inflatable life jackets, did some interior design, and then got the new sails installed. I can't say enough good things about Tom Bremen at Bremen Sails in Miami. He spent so much time figuring out the right sails for the boat, what conditions I'm likely to be in, and my level of sailing experience, and he was absolutely amazing and super helpful. Finally, it was off to Target to finish provisioning the boat. Didn't make it under budget on that one. And of course, I had to squeeze in some yoga between projects to keep myself sane. We just pushed off the dock and we are chugging north to the St. Lucie outlet, and then we're going to cross the Gulf Stream toward Memory Rock into the Bahamas. My stomach felt crazy all day. It was super anxious, ready to get going, a little bit nervous, and now I feel excited. Definitely anxious still to see what we're going to come across as we cross the Gulf Stream, but definitely more at peace now that we're on the water and ready to go. So we motored up the glassy calm of Indian River and headed straight into some 6 to 8 foot swells coming in the Port St. Lucie inlet. This video doesn't do the waves justice, but the boat really started bouncing and I chickened out and stopped filming so that I could hang on to anything solid while Art worked his magic over the swells. After that, the sun started setting as the wind and seas calmed down to practically nothing. We motored through the night. Art left me on first watch as he went down below to get some sleep. It was eerie yet incredibly peaceful being up on deck by myself crossing into the night, After all the nightmare stories I'd heard about crossing the Gulf Stream, I definitely got extremely lucky. It was like crossing a summer pond. By the time dawn broke, the dark sea had turned into turquoise and teal-colored water. It's been about 18 hours since I left Florida. You can see just over my shoulder right there the first Bahamian island that I'm passing. That is Mangrove Key. Don't think we're gonna stop and anchor. We're gonna continue on to Great Sail Key, anchor there, swim, hang out for the evening, and then continue on to Spanish Key. But as you can see, there is no one around. I only saw maybe 3 boats the entire night. Art saw a fishing boat on his watch. I saw 1 cruise ship. And then this morning I saw another boat that looked like it was anchored, maybe a fishing boat. There's not a lot of wind, so we're motor sailing right now. We've got the mainsail up, motor on, and cruising at about 6 knots. So I'm in the Bahamas now. It was a long night of sailing, well, really motor sailing. The wind was pretty low, which was great. Waves weren't too big, a little bit of swell, but pretty much perfect weather to cross. Took about 23 hours, and now I am here in Great Sail Key. Just one other boat that pulled up over there. Otherwise, the anchorage is all ours. The sun just set. We're getting some really pretty colors back there. And now it's a little bit chilly. I'm bundled up, but it feels really good to be here after so many months and years of dreaming and working and planning, some anxiety in between, to finally be in the Bahamas on this journey. Tonight we will sleep at anchor. Tomorrow, pick up anchor and head toward Spanish Key, and that's where we'll clear into customs, spend a night at Marina, and continue along. Wanted to give a really big thank you to all of my friends, my family, random strangers on social media, everyone who's followed my journey so far. Thank you for sending emails, notes, leaving comments. Please continue to do so. I really love hearing from you guys. Your support has kept me going through tough times and really reminded me that anyone can live their dream if they have the right people surrounding them. And if you'd like to contribute, Patreon is an awesome website that just for the cost of a cup of coffee, you can help me to continue to live my dream. Your support allows me to explore new places like this, to continue maintaining my boat, and to spend more time filming and editing. The goal is to upload a new video every couple of weeks, depending on where I can find internet, so definitely stay tuned for more videos and adventures to come. And if you're ever in this part of the world, I always love to see friendly faces, so let me know, stop by for a visit, and I hope to see you soon.